Okay, we're looking at problem 2 from lesson 6-4. It says, in real world situations, you need to consider the constraints described in the problem in order to write equations. Once you solve each equation, you need to consider the validity or the valuability of the solution. For example, a solution that has a negative number of hours is not a viable solution. Problem 2, identifying constraints and viable solutions. Zoo. The local zoo is filling 2 water tanks for the elephant exhibit. One water tank contains 50 gallons of water and is filled at a constant rate of 10 gallons per hour. The second water tank contains 29 gallons of water and is filled at a constant rate of 3 gallons per hour. When will the 2 tanks have the same amount of water? Explain. It says write a system of equations. Let x equal the number of hours the number of hours the tanks are filling, and let y equal the number of gallons in the tank. So tank 1 is y equals 10x because that's the rate, plus 50 because that's the amount that's in there. And tank 2 equals y equals 3x at that rate, 3 gallons per hour, and it initially has 29. And so we can decide how to solve it. Remember, there's multiple ways that we can solve. And it looks like they're going to use substitution just like they did for problem 1. So we use substitution. Both of them are equal to y, so we can set them equal to each other. And we can subtract 3x from both sides and get 7x plus 50 equals 29. Subtract 20 from both sides and we get 7x equals negative 21. And divide both sides by 7 and get x equals negative 3. Then we can take this and plug it back into either one of the equations. Doesn't matter which one we choose. So we plug in and we get 20. So the solution for the system is negative 320. Let's think about that. X is the number of hours the number of hours the tanks are filling, and y is the number of gallons. So negative 320 is not a viable solution because it's not possible to have negative 3 hours. Can't go back in time, right? So the tank never have the same amount of water. So that's basically what that says. Go to the next page. There we go. All right, let's look at guidance number 2. It says the zoo has 2 other water tanks that are leaking. One tank contains 10 gallons of water and is leaking at a constant rate of 2 gallons an hour. The second tank contains 6 gallons of water and is leaking at a constant rate of 4 gallons per hour. When will the tanks have the same amount of water? Explain. Well, let's take a look back at what we did before, and let's do the exact same thing. So it says let x equal the number of hours the tanks are filling. So we'll do that as well. So number of hours tanks is filling, and y will be the number of gallons. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we have for our 2 equations. So one contains 10 gallons of water and is leaking at a constant rate of 2 gallons per hour. Let me see. We got leaking this time. So when I'm leaking, that lets me know that it's going to be negative. So my rate is negative 2x plus 10 gallons. And the second one, let's see what it says. It's leaking at 4 gallons per hour. So that's again negative. It's coming out. And it originally has 6 gallons. Alright, so set these 2 equal to each other. So I get negative 2x plus 10 equals negative 4x plus 6. So again, I'm just going to solve it. I get 2x plus 10 equals 6. I get 2x equals negative 4, so x equals negative 2. For me, I can stop. I won't need to plug it in. But I can. We can plug it in. It doesn't matter. We'll plug it in. We'll take this. But I see already my hours are negative. I can't have negative hours. Can't go back in time. But for those who want to see how I plug it in, I get 4 plus 10, which is 14. So the number of gallons is 14. Again, I can't have negative hours, so this is an impossible solution. And I hope that this helps.